Hello everyone. So as you can see, the boys behind me warming up. It's match day -1. One of the things that I said last week is that I felt very one speed. Felt the same on Tuesday as well a little bit. So, making sure that, I improved that this week. Line tomorrow, so that means I'm doing sprints back on the pitches to focus on my acceleration and holding prolonged sprints, so I don't feel more one speed, because obviously when I was away it was more long distance stuff, because that was easier to do rather than set up a couple of cones, which I didn't have. So today's session is box runs. I'm going from one end of the box, one pitch to the other and back, so it's sort of like speed endurance sessions. It should get me ready for tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow. Should be a big game. Yeovil at the top, Tonbridge 8. Good game. Here we go. Match day -1. Let's get this session going. Okay, session done. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be heavy. It's 10 box to box. I think in total, like 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Just over 10 minutes, I think, actually in the end. 12 we did. So that's what it is. I'm definitely slower than I used to be. So what I'm going to do is put myself a training plan, which I'll leave in the description to sign up to if you want to sort of follow the same sort of things I'm doing in terms of pitch sessions and all of that. And it feels good to get back out there. It's definitely a weakness that I knew I was going to have to pick up. So that's all for today. We'll catch you tomorrow for match day. First game back on the line. Let's do this. Good morning everyone and welcome to match day. So with match day provides new opportunities to do stuff. We're being observed. Tonbridge versus Yeovil. First game back on the line, and a nice game to pick up, first v 8th as well, so we love that. So today obviously will be a normal match day routine, so come back, pack my kit bag, have some pre-match, go meet the referee. We've got to be at the ground at 1:15, but today obviously with my first one back, the things I'm working on are just keeping up with that second rearmost defender, and I can't remember how to do it so well, but what I'm going to do is then I'm going to give you my tips and tricks after the game of how I stayed alert and making sure that I was sticking with the second rearmost defender at all time, as well as some tips and tricks that I do when it comes to helping with offsides as well. But I can't give them all away. You'll have to wait for the analysis part of the vlog for that. So let's get this show on the road for what will be an exciting day out at Tonbridge. What a game. First things first, stats of the game. Here they are. Looks good, feels good. 22 sprints, love that from me on the line. I felt fast. So no high speed sprints, but I felt good. So, that whole training piece is working. It felt good actually, surprisingly, in terms of focus for 90 minutes. One of the things I do is I'm always talking to myself on the line in terms of 9 is offside, 9 is offside, 6 is keeping them on. 6 is keeping them on, those kind of things. So that's one of the tips. Stay for the rest when we go through sort of the highlights of the game. Thought the referee was class today. He exudes calm, and one of the things that I've picked up on is me myself. Obviously, I've got a bit of a weird personality, a bit of a big personality, and I feel like he brings the most out of me as well. By being calm, letting me be myself. And I think as a referee, that's really important to try and get the best out of your assistants, whether they be club assistants or whether they be sort of neutral assistants. It's finding a way to get the best out of your assistants. And I feel like he did that with both me and the other assistant today. who was his first game on the National League as well, and he smashed it. So we got observed. Everything seemed good. My movement was good. One of the things that we're going to discuss in the debrief is about turning your body. That's what I got picked up on today, which is completely fair enough. I haven't run the line for a while. So it's about crabbing, moving your body, and making sure you're always facing play, which is what I got caught on. But movement was good. Offsides were good. They're just being checked, because that's what has to happen with us. All our offsides get checked. But I'm very happy with how it went. So tomorrow it's going to be nice and easy. It's a recovery day, and then we'll catch up in a few days for the analysis and the debrief. See you there. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a REFSIX analysis session. So obviously it's been a couple of days since the Tonbridge game, and I thought it went well. I don't usually do lines here because it's really difficult when the footage is, inconclusive in terms of offsides. So it's very, very difficult to do lines. But there is something really important that happened in this game that I think we should take stock of. When it comes to offsides and being an assistant referee in high-profile situations or pressured situations, because as an assistant referee, there's something that we look for, which is OBF. So it's offsides, ball in and out of play, and fouls. They're your bread and butter, yeah. Offsides is something that the referee can't do, so you as an assistant referee have to do it. Ball in and out of play when it comes to certain goal kicks on your side and up and down the line and corners is something you can do. And fouls, typically as a referee's, bread and butter, whereas you can get involved when the time is right and it's the best thing to do. So we're going to look at an assistant referee. So statistically, as we can see here, I run a lot less as an assistant referee. I run 3 in the first half, and just over 2.5 in the second half. However, what you'll tend to find is the distance to sprints ratio is really big. So you can see I did a lot of sprints here, and I do a lot more sort of sprinting and jogging than I do anything else. And that is because when you're called into action, you spend a lot of time crabbing up and down the line, which on here goes down as sort of a walk or a jog, depending on how you're moving and how quick the line is. And then all of a sudden, bang, you're into action. And it's really important that we stay alert during these situations by staying side on as much as we can. So we're going to go straight into the clip. It's just one clip that I want to analyse here, and I want everyone to sort of put in the comments how they stay alert during the game, especially when we don't have comms here in England. I know in America, like, you guys have comms kits, have access to comms kits. So is there something that you're saying down the communications kit to the referee? And that's something, if I'm ever lucky enough to get the step up, then I will have access to comms kit, and I'll have to learn different phrases. So anything in the comments, if, fingers crossed, it happens one day, let us know. But similarly, we can always ask people, so if that's something you want to learn, what to put on the comms kit, let us know in the comments as well. But anyway, here is the clip. So we've got Tonbridge Angels versus Yeovil, which is, for me, a really great game. Yeovil, a full-time club, professional club. Tonbridge Angels, really good club in the National League South. So here is the decision. So as you can see here, I'm side on with Yeovil's, I think that's his left centre-back. The left-back is taking the throw-in. And like we said, we're always looking across, yeah? This line is my most important line. It's where in these games, I live and die by my decisions. If I get an offside wrong, that's it. It's not a good look. I maybe typically only have 4 or 5 a game, but I've got to get them right. So I look up and down the line to see where the ball is. It's flicked on. We've got a little bit of movement, and then it's pinged over the top. Now, this is where it becomes really important, because if you're just looking along the line, yeah, I know right now that I've heard the ball being kicked by an attacking player, a blue player. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm waiting on 9, I'm waiting on 9, I'm waiting on 9. And all of a sudden, bang, 9's got the ball, and he was in an offside position, or it looks like he's in an offside position from a second phase of play. Flag goes up, easy offside, wrong. Because what has happened here is, yeah, we've got a defender that's played the ball back. So we have to be so alert to this by doing a multitude of different things. Having a look, looking across, and being like, attacker, defender has played it, yeah? In your head, these are the things. So here we have the player that was going to be offside, yeah? Here we have a player that has set himself to play the ball. So it is in a deliberate action. It cannot be a deflection. There are no players around him. These are the things we've got to think about. Is it a deliberate play or is it a deflection? The ball's gone up in the air. Here you can see he's had time to set himself, look where he wants to play it, and no player around him is
is challenging him. We can see the 9 is potentially offside at this point, but you know, he's probably offside now actually. But you can see he's deliberately set it. It's come off the top of his head, so we now have a deliberate action, meaning that the player is able to play the ball freely. Whether he's offside before or not, it's the second phase of play. Now, new phase of play, he has deliberately played the ball backwards. So that is what we have to be thinking when it comes to offside. Is it deliberate or is it a deflection? And that is what we need to be very clear on. So here, as we can see, it was a deliberate play, and therefore I've had to run down and make sure I was in line with the defender and make sure that, you know, I'm up the line so I can see the ball go over the line. Because if he decides to tap it and some striker or defender comes on and tries to clip it away, then we have to be aware of that. And those are the kind of things that we have to, as assistant referees, be alert of all the time. There's another one which I don't know if you can see me too well, but I think it's really funny. We have a quick break. So as an assistant referee, it's important to be alert all the time. For example, when this happens and you're on the halfway line and these players are rapid, we also have a thing here. If he plays the ball now, they're onside. If he plays the ball now, they're offside because they're in front of the ball, yeah? And obviously there is no defenders here because the defenders are here. Shout out to the ref, by the way, for being on his toes and seeing and recognising that there's a quick break going on. And you can see that he's up with play, and that is the importance of being as a referee on your front foot as well. So even though it's my sort of analysis, you know, you have to shout out the referee in this situation because he's done really well to recognise what's happening, that could be a quick break. And obviously we've got the defender. He's slotted the ball, and because it was a bit slow, unfortunately can't see it, I'm darting down that line at 100 miles an hour. But those are the things we have to be alert for. Make sure you get all the way down to the line to see if that ball goes over the line. If you're being observed and want to make it to the next level, observers love that because obviously it shows fitness and movement, as well as for a game control thing, if you're on the line for sort of a close decision, everyone's looking across at you and you're there on the line, perfect. But yeah, those are my clips from the Tonbridge game. It's really important that we stay alert all the time for these scenarios. You know, and it's amazing how one clip can cause such a talking point, not just in, you know, my group chat, but obviously like, you know, coaching group chat. What do we learn from this experience? What should we be doing? Always talking to ourselves was the thing, and staying alert as well. Coach your way through the game, waiting on 9. You know, 9's offside, the 6 is playing him on. So then if anybody asks the questions, you already know the 6 is keeping him on. The 7 kept him on. The 7 was offside. I was waiting on 8. He became impactful. This was a deliberate play by the defender. Those are the things we should be going through our heads at all times. But that is my line at Tonbridge. It's great to be back as a lino. That's my first one back. Really enjoyed it as always. I don't really know what I'm enjoying more at the moment. I love my refereeing. Really enjoy being out on the line at the moment. That also depends because the referees I go out with are really great. You know, I've been out with some great teams as well. So, you know, it's good to be back on the line after a long time out. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next REFSIX vlog.